what is going on, everybody? ScottDogGaming here. Thank you very much for joining us. As you can see, we're back. We're playing some more Warlock of Firetop Mountain. Last time out, we started our adventure. We headed into the mountain. We snuck past a couple of orcs, fought some orc dogs, rescued an orc mouse, and snuck through an orc training hall and killed an orc armorer along with some goblins. Stole all his money, and that's where we pick it up. So here we go again. We're on the search for an amulet. Nothing else of interest in the armory. You decide to leave. Leave the armory. Okay. Open the door with the helmet. Leave the training hall. Investigate the... I guess we have to open the door with the helmet, right? Ooh. What's this down here? Let's have a cramped room full of battered helmets, rusting hauberks. Is that how you say that? And suits of leather armor. Maybe I'll get to try on this orcish armor after all. The contents of the armory is inferior compared to what you are wearing. It strikes you that if you have a few choice items on the top of your gear, you might be able to pass yourself off as an orc. Obviously, I'm going to disguise myself as an orc. Take an orc helm and a sorted piece of armor, attempting to hide your own features. You gag as you do so. The stench is almost unbearable. However, it might just fool the orcs. Unfortunately, armor is rather cumbersome, making you a bit more clumsy. Oh man, my skill went down. You plan your next move. Leave the armory. Okay. Let's head to the gate over here. The orcs are so engrossed with what they're doing, they're making so much noise while you're doing it. While they are doing it, they don't notice you make your way to the iron gate. Open it and enter the small room behind. In the center stands the looks like scarecrows made of battered armor. There are supporting poles sunk into the strange arrangements of wooden cogs and gears. As the gate swings shut behind you, the trained quintains shudder as they activate. Although whether powered by magic or the curious wooden mechanism, you do not know. I've got to fight these things again. I mean, come on. Okay. What's happening here then, boys? I'm going to just swing here and hope. Probably should have moved. Ow! Damn it! Okay, so he's going to attack next go. Let's, they've got some pretty solid skill here. I think I'm just going to move up here and hope. Good. Okay. So I think they're going to move down here, right? Nice. You're going to attack, so let's move this way. And then I think you're going to move, so I'm going to poison strike. Nice. And then let's move this way. And take a bit more poison, and then let's attack here. Perfect. I can defeat wooden objects. Pretty good. Although they did hit me. Okay. Lost 1 stamina, gained 4 souls. The quintains eventually grind to a halt. Your blows have irreparably ruined the wooden workings. I'm sorry. Some leftover debris, you find keen eye spots something else glinting in the mist of the rubble. 2 gold pieces, yes, those quintains were rich. I still don't know if I'm saying it rightly. Leave the orcs training hall entirely. Let's do that. We're going up the stairs. Continue onwards. Making your way backwards to the western side of the hall, you decide to take the northernly of the 2 exits available to you. Reason that this one will take you deeper into the mountains more quickly. Onwards. I do like how it builds as you work your way around. It's so cool. Ooh. Ooh, you arrive at the end of a passage. And there is a junction. Take the east path. This looks like a trap to me. And this looks like a double doorway leading to a feast hall. I don't know what. Isn't the door and you hear angry shouting coming from within? Open the door, investigate. Oh no. Okay, you open the door in a large room and a large chair behind you, a solid looking table. Suggests that someone or something of rank uses this room. Oh man, he's beating him. What are you doing? In the corner room stands a strange looking orc with a warty face standing over a smaller orc with a whip in his hand. He's been beating his servant who is whimpering beneath him. Attack them both. Spring at the orc and hope the servant will aid you. Let's do that. As you spring at the orc, his servant rises to his feet, picks up a hefty wooden stick and joins the melee. But to your disappointment, he attacks you, ungrateful wretch. Thanks for nothing. Try to assist the... So we got an achievement that means we get our ass kicked. Continue the fight. Let's do it. Fight the orcs. We'll try it. Let's see how we get on. We're fighting them around a table. Is there a way of like... I don't think there's a way of like seeing their abilities. Okay. They're attacking the table. Let's move this way. Okay. You little scumbag. You destroyed the table. Maybe they'll kill each other now. What do you think? Okay, I think if I go poison strike here... Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay, I'm going to have to move and hope. Ouch. God damn it. Okay. Okay, this one looks fun. Here we go. You little scumbag. Okay, I think I can poison strike. We're both clashing. Here we go. Oh, it's close. Okay, I took some damage, I think. He's now poisoned. I hope if we move away, he should die. We're getting hit a little bit too much for my liking. You are triumphant. Defeated the orcs. Green blood of the dead orcs smells foul as it seeps from their bodies. You step around the corpses and investigate the chests. It's a sturdy construction made of strong oak and iron. It's firmly locked. Looking closer, your keen eye notices that it appears to be a mechanical trap fashioned to the lock itself. Carefully attempt to trigger the trap. Let's try and carefully. Stepping to the side of the chest, you break open the lock and swing the lid open. Your suspicions were confirmed. Soft click comes from the chest and the poisonous dart flies out harmlessly, hitting the wall on the other side. Now that the chest is safe, you can inspect your prize. Leaning in, you look inside the chest to see what looks to be guardedly so careful. There's a stash of gold pieces and the label on the bottle shows it to be a potion of invisibility, good for 1 dose. 25 gold pieces! We'll take the bottle. I mean, let's hope it is. And we're going to rest. Perfect. We healed 5 last time, so I guess we'll just do the same again. Nice. Let's go through the north door because it looked exciting up the top here, right? Looked like there was something fun going on up here. Although this looks like a trap. You arrive at another junction in the passage. Turn northwards, continue eastwards. Let's go eastwards for a bit. The passage ends at a sodden door with metal hinges. Listening to the door, you hear strange mutterings and the clatter of what could be pots and pans. Whatever is in there, there are several of them. Let's go back. You don't need to go in there. Let's go back and go up. Passageway leads you to a square dungeon chamber. There are 2 doors in the eastern wall, 2 in the western wall, 1 on the opposite side of the room. Another passageway leads north. The first door to your right is well used, and putting your ear to the keyhole, you listen to hear a man screaming for help from the inside. Before deciding what to do next, you listen to the other doors as well. Underneath the panic cries from someone behind the second door to the right is the unmistakable wet slurping of a slime beast. Remember hearing the noise deep in the Kalong Marsh. Hello? Hello? Not funny, open the door. For the first door to the right and the second door. Is that the second door to the right as well? I don't know. The first door to the left is made of solid metal. Listening at the door, you hear a sound of tortured screams coming from within. Bring your ear to the second door, you hear nothing. I do not think what that slime beast is doing to that prisoner. Maybe I should check that out first. I don't know. I think we open the first door to the right. You unlock the door and swing it open. A nauseating stench hits your nostrils. Inside the room, covered with bones, rotting vegetation, and slime, a wild-haired old woman clothed in rags rushes at you screaming. Oh my god, that's a man, isn't it? That person's got a beard. Hold on. Oh, did it say old man? I thought it said old lady. His beard is long and grey and waving an old wooden chair leg. Simply insane. You start to shout, "You are free!" at the top of your voice, but you're swiftly cut off by a table leg to the face. Ow, we knew that was going to happen. In disguise, delirious old man must think you're one of the orcs who's been holding him prisoner. There's no reasoning with a man in this state. Okay. I'm sorry to do this, dude. Do I take a gamble? I think we swing here. Oh. Well, now I feel a bit guilty. Gain 2 souls, I lost no stamina. You have defeated the prisoner. You run the emaciated prisoner through the chest with your weapon as he rushes you. He crumples to the filthy floor in an instant. If only you'd been wearing this disguise, perhaps you would have startled such a delirious man. Oh, man. I mean, he's been in the prison for so long, you would think he'd stay there a little bit longer. Only the second door where you could hear thumping, and the first door to the left where you hear screams. The door is not locked and opens. The room in front of you seems to be a small torture chamber with various torture devices around the walls. In the centre of the room, 2 small hunchbacked goblins are having their fiendish way with a dwarf who is tied on a hook to the ceilings by his wrists. 2 hunchbacks are poking, cutting him viciously with their swords. Dwarf lets out a final scream and falls silent, eyes closed. His captors make disappointed noises and look around angrily at you as if it was your fault. The dwarf has collapsed. I mean, let's try this one. The 2 goblins torturers look at each other amazed, then look at you. They chatter to themselves, indicate for you to wait while they go off and find another dwarf to give you more fun. Stabby, stabby. No moral compass. That's me. They disappear out of the room and cut down the door. You cut down the door who guessed is quite dead. Best to leave before the goblins return. Well, this is going well, right? What happened at the second door on the left? Can anyone remember? Can't go any further forward. God damn it. I think it was quiet. I think... Door is unlocked. Opening, find yourself in a threshold of orcs' weapons. The threshold of a weapon store. A torch hangs from the walls, lighting up a small armory room stocked with swords, shields, helmets, daggers, breastplates, and the like. Ooh. Circular iron shield with a golden crescent lies at the far end of the room. However, as you do not use a shield, it's worthless to you. Oh, come on. Poke around the room. These weapons are blunted and worthless, and the helmets are battered and rusty. You decide to inspect the breastplates on the shelves. Is there anything worthwhile there? You examine the breastplates on the shelves thoroughly. There appears to be nothing of value. Ah, man. Let's leave the chamber. Exiting the dungeon, you hear the sound of water ahead, and you make out a grilled portcullis. At the end of the passageway, before you can reach the portcullis, you will have to cross a bridge that passes over a gully of gurgling brackish. You suspect it may actually be a sewer, judging by the smell rising from it. You make your way towards the bridge and you pass a small creature which appears even uglier than the orcs that you have encountered. The goblin salutes smartly, well as smartly as a goblin can. As you pass it by, it returns to picking its boils. Yes. Leave the barracks in disguise. As you cross the bridge, you pass out of sight of the sentry post. Having had enough of looking at and smelling like an orc, you discard your disguise. Well, fair enough. You arrive at the end of the passage, an iron portcullis blocks the way, and no amount of charging is going to budge it. There's 2 levers. I can see them. On the wall on the right are 2 levers, and it seems they're likely these levers have something to do with raising the portcullis. Using your keen eye, you notice that the lever to the left looks misshapen compared to the right lever. Meaning it does more? To your horror, you realise that this dummy lever was a trap. Oh, come on. Although it looked like a handle, it was in fact a wax-coated saw blade and now cut your hand badly. I used my left hand. Although you were injured, you were also fortunate this is not your sword hand, meaning the injury is not quite so important. God damn it. Well, I thought it might mean that it gets pulled a lot. Things misshapen, getting pulled. Anyway, you hear a deep rumbling noise and the ground begins to shudder slowly and noisily. The portcullis rises into the ceiling. With hesitation, you walk towards the junction, listening carefully. Suddenly, a terrified young man runs into you. His white rune-embroidered robes are torn and smudged with dirt. He looks at you with panic in his wide eyes. I yield! Education is not worth this much danger, no matter how great the reward. You calm the young student down and he begins to relax. My name is Ian the White, he says. I'm a humble acolyte, seeking entry into the School of Sorcery. You learn that he gained entry, but was deemed unworthy by the Elemental Masters. The acolyte was known... this acolyte may know Cosben Miniman. Make the most of this opportunity. You're asking the acolyte about Cosben Miniman. He seems to relax at the mention of his name. Yes, I know that old fool. He's currently experimenting with fire gems, trying to extract their power. I hear the master hasn't been happy with him for some reason. You're asking about the amulet of Ashra, but he's not heard of the artifact that you're looking for. He does say that to find Cosben, you need to keep heading west until the passage narrows, and then head north to the Hungry Doors, which is the entrance to the school. He then mentions that once in the school, head east. I need to write this down. I'm sorry, everybody. Let's take a second. Let's all take a second just to make some notes. Notes are important in these things. So for Coben, east until west until narrows, north, hungry doors, east in school. Door with flame. I can't read my own writing, but we're sorted, everybody. Let's get moving. The young man points down the passageway before pushing past you and running off. Try to catch up with him, asking for more information, but he darts under the portcullis you entered earlier. Is he allowed just to leave? Is like the orcs the starting point of this? There is no point chasing him back through there. I should continue westwards and try and find Cosben and hopefully the amulet. I forgot we've got like inventories and stuff. So we've got resurrection stones, we've got daggers, we've got provisions, we've got gold. Okay. Okay, that gives us a little reminder. Okay, continue west. Let us go west. Look at those eyeballs. The passage widens. You soon arrive at another junction. While the north path looks inviting, I'm going to keep heading west, following the acolyte directions. I want to go in there. Look at that cool thing. Cautiously continue down the rocky corridor and step in front of an open portcullis entrance built into the stone. The sound of clinking chains and monstrous growls can be heard. The corridor continues to the west. Maybe I could deviate from the westward path just for a moment. Go north, go west. Can it be heard from the west or... Let's go north. Stepping through the portcullis, you enter a stone-flagged dungeon cell with the floor covered in a green slime and littered with bones and filth. There are some broken pieces of furniture. However, none of this is important. There's a huge, hideous, green-skinned creature standing in front of you. It's a troll. A strong chain tethers it to the wall, preventing its escape. However, the chain is long enough for the troll to easily reach you around the room. I fought trolls before, stupid, huge creatures that seem to get stronger as they move. Oh, I don't want to fight the troll. Okay. Oh god. Let's try and get out of his way. Okay, let's oh no. I don't want to get stuck by this thing. Ouch. Ah. Oh god. I think he's going to hit me again. It's got long reach. Oh god. I think he's going to hit me again. I'm so stuck here, right? Oh no. I am so stuck here. This is bad news. Can I get away from this thing? Or do I just have to keep hitting it? Guess I just have to keep hitting it. Oh god. Straight up roll. I think we did well. Here we go again. We're doing some damage. This is bad news. And we just have to keep hitting it and hoping. It keeps recuperating. Come on, we need to win this one as well. I think we have. One more hit, surely. Holy crap, that was a big old troll. You are triumphant. Charges towards you, eager for blood. You have defeated the troll. Carefully examine the troll and discover a bag filled with gold pieces. You also find a bronze amulet cast in the shape of a bull's head. Take the bull amulet. You reach around the troll's neck and try to unfasten the amulet's latch. After a few tries, you succeed in pulling the amulet off the troll. The bronze amulet glints in the light of the cell. Let's wear it. Wiping up the grime from the troll, you put it amulet around your neck and fasten it on. Then you realise it may be cursed. You brace yourself for the ill effects. But nothing happens. The amulet seems harmless enough. You leave it on. Glance around the room once more and gag at the stench of muck in the corner. You wonder if that's worth taking a second look. Let's do it. Carefully, with a sense of regret, you begin to dig through the filth left behind by the troll. It's a slow, orderous process, which yields nothing. You're about to give up when your fingers brush against something solid. Oh no. Bracing yourself to pull out the item and the grime, it's a key. You take the key and wipe off as much filth as you can and put it in your pack. Feels like the stench is everywhere. Zagor's key found. Nothing else to do. You decide to leave the room. Holy crap. Right, we are going to leave it here. I'm enjoying this quite a lot. I love the aesthetic. I love the graphics. It's one of those with the choose your own adventure books. They're always the same. You have two choices and you have no idea. You know, either one could kill you, and you don't really know which one is the good or bad. You're not often given too many clues as to what's good or bad. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying this. If you are, please hit the like button, subscribe button, leave me a comment below. That always helps with the video's rankings. And if you are enjoying it, please head over to Twitch, follow me there at ScottDogGaming. The link is in the description below. I plan on streaming a lot more, so hopefully you guys can come and join us when we're live, and hopefully I will see you all again soon. Thank you.